What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and turn on the notification bell so you can always be notified when I upload a new video. Today, I want to do something different. I did a Q&A on my Instagram, and I asked you guys to ask me a few questions concerning purity, dating, whatever. I got a host of different questions. Some of them I didn't answer because they were a little personal or people were just being a little weird. So I didn't answer those, but I did curate a few of those questions and I'm gonna answer them today. So if you see me looking down, it's because I have the questions right here and I'm gonna answer them. So the first question is, am I single? Am I single? I get this question a lot. Yes, I am single. It's pretty much that. Yeah, single. So the next question that I got was tips on how to be pure in your mind, thoughts, and emotions. Listen, this is an area where I constantly have to literally ask the Lord to help me. My thought process, my mind, my emotions, because the thing about it is we are flesh. And our flesh it's flighty. It would just go with the wind if you let it. So something that I have implemented in my life is really asking the Lord to help me maintain a pure heart, a clean heart daily. I ask the Lord to give me a clean heart, renew a right spirit within me. And as you begin to work on your heart, you'll see that your mind will begin to change. I also put things in place, like I guard my eye gates. I don't watch a lot of things that will take my mind or my emotions on a trip. So I really have like safeguards in place, certain things that, I don't partake in, I don't watch, certain conversations I'm not having, because it is hard to pursue and chase purity a lot of times when your emotions and your mind and your thoughts are all over the place. The Bible also says to think on things that are pure and lovely. So constantly, meditating and feeding on the word, that also helps, because what you feed on is what comes out of you and what you'll dwell on. The next question was, do I tell someone up front that I am abstaining from sex until marriage? Okay, so listen. I implement this in my life if I am, dating someone or talking to someone. Depending on how far I know we're going to go or how serious we're going to be, I'm just pretty much upfront with it. I don't think that there are certain things that you should not, wait around to talk about. And your posture concerning purity is important, especially because you don't want to lead the other person to believe anything else. And then in the heat of the moment say, oh no, I'm waiting till marriage to have sex. You have to establish those boundaries in that expectation from the beginning. And I don't think you should just be weird about it and just jump, hey, I'm not having sex. But I do think that you should implement, some sort of have that conversation, especially if you like that person likes you and you can see the relationship going further. Definitely want to be upfront. You want to be very honest, and you want to get their opinion on it. You don't want to just assume, because some people are not okay with it. So you don't want to just assume that you'll have that conversation and it'll be the only one. So you want to be sure that you are, communicating that up front. The second question is, not second, but am I looking for a man to be perfect, like cookie cutter from my list? I don't believe that there is a such thing as a perfect guy. I don't think you're the perfect girl, but I do think that there is the perfect guy for you. So I have a list. My list is probably about 100 points long, very detailed, very in depth of what I want. And that is not at the surface level. So I don't think there is anything wrong to date guys that have those attributes, but I also don't think that you should hold yourself to only dating guys who have that, because a lot of times what we want is not necessarily what we need. So, and sometimes we can limit ourselves. God will always give us above and beyond what we can even ask or think. So you don't want to limit yourself to just having a list, and if he doesn't line up with the list, not entertaining him or being open to what the relationship could be. What about internet dating? Me personally, it's a no. But I have seen where people have been successful with internet dating. I think in this day and age, you have to be careful because we read all the time about things that go wrong with internet dating. But again, something could go wrong with somebody that you meet in church, at the mall, at the gala, because you just never know. So you always want to be discerning, and you probably want to be an Inspector Gadget and do a little investigating because you don't know what you're dealing with. And I also think that you should probably, if you do go out with a person that you meet on the internet, implement some sort of accountability process and let someone know, like, yo, I'm going with Joe Blow. He's driving this car. This is his license plate number, to send a picture and share your location with friends. I mean, those are just general things that you should do when dating, but especially if you meet someone on the internet, because people are weird and you got to be covered at all times. The next question is, what if I've had sex outside of marriage? Listen, we all have sinned and fallen short of the glory, okay? So never feel like because you've made a mistake and had sex, or it might not even have been a mistake for you, you might not have been practicing abstinence at that time, that it's too late to still get back on track and chase purity and pursue abstinence. Here's the thing. Me being a virgin has nothing to do with my level of purity outside of my heart. Me being a virgin has nothing to do with my pursuit for purity. It is only a fruit of my decision to pursue purity. So today you could make a decision. You know what? I'm going to pursue purity. I'm going to be abstinent. I'm going to refrain from sex outside of marriage and live a life that is pleasing to God. It's just that simple. Implement processes where you will not, fall back into the place of having premarital sex, and always know that there's a way of escape. That does not mean that you won't be tempted, but it does mean that you will have access or a way of escape to stop from falling. How to find the right man? Well, listen, you shouldn't be searching for the right man. The Bible says, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtain favor with the king. That means you shouldn't be looking. You shouldn't be searching. It's not your job to pursue a man. However, you should be preparing, and whatever that process looks like for you to be the wife that your husband needs, desires, and wants, you want to be preparing yourself, but you should not be doing the finding. He should be finding you. The next question is, how do you find the willpower to stay away from sex in this day and age? Honestly, again, you'll hear me say this all the time, is I have safeguards in place. I have accountability partners. I guard myself from certain things, certain conversations. Now, I am human, I am flesh, so it's not that I've never had the desire. However, I have safeguards in place that keep me from falling, so to speak. Has it ever been hard to get your boyfriend to abstain from sex without breaking up? I haven't necessarily had a boyfriend that was a problem and resulted in us breaking up. However, there have been guys that have been very straightforward with me, and we ended up not being in a relationship because they did have a problem with my stance concerning abstinence. So yeah, there's that. What made you abstain from sex? What made me abstain from sex? Honestly, I was raised to not have sex before marriage, but when I was about 14, it became my own conviction as I was growing in my relationship with Christ, and being in circles where that was a thing. It was something that I decided that I wanted to do. And as I've gotten older, my conviction concerning it has gotten stronger because of, just as you grow, you experience different things. And at 14, my stance was, I'm just not going to have sex until I'm married. Well, now at 25, it's a little different because, my stance is still the same, but my conviction concerning it is a little different because I didn't think that I would be unmarried at 25. So now, being a 25-year-old virgin, though my stance is still the same, it's a conviction, of I really want to honor God in this process, and allowing one of the fruit of me pursuing purity to be my virginity and saving myself for my husband. That is the desire of my heart. So that's what I've been trying to do and live out with my life. Does attraction matter when dating? To me, personally, and I am no expert, and to others, they may say, it's not important, but attraction is important. I don't think that you have to be with a person that you are unattracted to. I don't see the point in it. I don't think God would do that to you. We have free will, so God is never going to force you to be with a person. A lot of times, if you're not attracted to them, you friend zone them. So I do think attraction can come over time, but if you're just not attracted to a person, I don't believe that you have to be with that person. I think attraction is important. You would want someone to be attracted to you, so you would kind of want to be attracted to them. But that's just me. I have to be attracted to you to even like you on an intimate level. Not physically, but just, Is it okay to date someone with different spiritual or religious beliefs? For me, as a Bible believer, no. I don't believe in being unequally yoked in any of my relationships, especially in dating. I just think it's hard to really grow and build with a person who doesn't believe in the same thing as you. Now, if you have a different conviction and that can lead to conversion, and you believe that God has, placed that person in your life and you're gonna lead them to Christ or convert them, or however you want to word it, that's you. But me personally, that is not something that I would be okay with or am interested in doing. Is there some type of dating guide? In the Bible, there are different things concerning dating. Now, of course, it's not modern day dating, but I also think that I think dating is different for each person. I think there are some things that everybody experiences in dating, but I think it is also I think it's more so navigating singleness, because you are single until you married. That matters as opposed to a dating guide. Yeah. Do you only date men from your church? No. Where in the Bible does it talk about abstaining from sex? Actually, in the Bible, it says to flee fornication. It says to abstain from sexual immorality. I'll link some more scriptures down below, or place them in the video somewhere. But you can find different places in the Bible where you will read to abstain from sex. I mean, sex is premarital sex, rather, is the only sin that you will commit that is against your body. So that right there alone is a red flag to hold on, pump the brakes, and abstain. So guys, that's all of the questions that I'm going to answer today. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, follow me on all my social at Tasia D Whitehead, and I'll be back sometime soon with another video. Thank you. See you later.